What's going on, everyone? In today's video, I want to walk through some Stormwise tips and tricks. Stormwise is a program that helps you model drainage routing. I use it to model most of my pond detention, dry detention, underground chambers. It's pretty similar to HydroCAD, except I think it's a little bit more powerful. There's a lot of capabilities, and it's pretty much required for every project I do in Florida. But I'm ready to dive into it, so let's get to it. Quick tip number one that blows everyone's mind is the simulation manager and setting up your storm events. So a lot of people will come in here, they'll go simulation by simulation, and they will enter in all of their different storm events just like this. They'll take their sweet time, they'll go to the tolerances and options, they'll right click their rainfall name in here, they'll do their SCS 224, they'll do their rainfall amount 8, storm duration 24 hours. And do you see how long that took? Especially if you have to set it up for multiple storm events. Well, there is actually a way to import from another project. So if you can create your own little standard template, once you've set it up once, you'll never have to do it again. So to kind of show you what I mean, I'm going to open up another project. This is a heftier project. I'm going to go to Simulation Manager. You see how I have a million FDOT storms in here? Well, I really don't feel like creating 36 more storm events. So what I can do is I can go up here to menu and I can do CSV export. So if I hit CSV export, I can pick a folder. So let me pick... I'm going to pick this CSV folder, and then you can add a prefix if you want some sort of special prefix. You don't have to do this, but then all you got to do is hit export, CSV export complete. Now let's go to our other project, the one that doesn't have anything. Now let's go up to menu, CSV import. Let's go ahead and pick that same file. So I got to go find it again. CSV, okay. CSV prefix. So import method, now you have options, replace by name or replace all. In this case, I'm going to do just replace all. If I had one that was called 25-year, 24-hour, it would replace it. So let's do import, and then bada boom, imported 36 simulations. Now, the caveat here is you still have to check your work, because if you're not paying attention here, you could totally miss out and be using the wrong rainfall amount. So what I would highly suggest is that you set up different templates for different locations, because every single location has a different type of rainfall amount. So just double check your rainfall amounts. Also, I mean, that was just to import different storm events. You can also do that with your different scenarios. So you can CSV export all of a specific scenario to a new model. And it's the same exact method. I don't really have to walk through it, but I find that very, very helpful, especially if you have a huge model. Also, if you don't want to do the whole model, you can do certain nodes, you can do certain links. Tip number 2 is cloning scenarios. I don't think people use scenarios enough. What I like about scenarios is that you don't have to save as a whole bunch of different models. What you can just do is create scenarios within the program. That way you can quickly run an iteration. So for instance, I have this post-development and post-development alt2. If I wanted to make a clone of alt2 and call it alt3, and maybe I wanted to change the pipe size of a node, or maybe I wanted to mess around with the weir of control structure 1, well, I can go up here to scenarios, and I'm going to do clone scenario. I'm going to take post-development alt2. I'm going to give it a new name. So I'm going to give it alt3. It made the clone. Now, one thing to really keep in mind, especially if you have graphic view, make sure that the checks are off for the other scenarios, because Stormwise can get confused in graphic view if you start double clicking on some of the nodes or basins, because it creates an overlap. Also, really pay attention to your active scenario down here to the bottom right. You have this thing called active scenario down here. So technically, my active scenario is post-development alt2. I just always want to make sure that I am on the scenario that I want to be in down there. Because if I start clicking these pipes, when I want to change something, I need to be able to see that I'm changing the pipe in this specific scenario. And if you wanted to see all the different scenarios, you can go up to scenarios, scenario manager. Now, if you wanted to see all the differences between the scenarios, because maybe you forgot, go up to 1D hydraulics, go to nodes, and then you can see your different scenarios and nodes right here. So let's say if you happen to change pond ones, top of bank, you know, you can quickly kind of sort through some of these and see what has changed. So there actually is a difference here between post-development and Alt 2. Looks like we added some more stage area information. That's all I have for today. I get a lot of questions about Stormwise. I know a lot more people are using the program. Comment below if you have any questions on Stormwise or if you have just any general drainage design questions. Stick around for the next upcoming videos. I will be diving into underground chamber storage and some other different drainage topics that I think y'all will enjoy. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.